So I'm no Andre Jick, and I can't make money appear from magic like he can. I wish I could flip some cards every day and poof, out comes some money. However, in this video, what I can tell you and what I can show you is explain to you the best ways to be creating passive income online for your side hustle online to generate more income, or to build and grow your online business like crazy and scale it with passive income. That's what we're gonna get into in this video today, so stay tuned. So you might be asking, Marissa, just how much passive income are we talking about? So currently in my business, I'm making anywhere from $200 a day to $1,000 a day in passive income. I have very little active income in my business. However, those numbers are just a range and there's no limit. My goal is to be making tens and thousands of dollars daily in passive income and an income making $1 million a month. Boom, that's my goal. Psh, goals. So what's the real passive income secret? Well, the real passive income secret is, well, let's just get into it. How about that? So coming in at the first very profitable way to create passive income is to create evergreen content. Now, not just evergreen content, but evergreen profitable content, right? And you may be thinking, well, what exactly does that look like? Well, evergreen content means that it's content that's searchable for life, as long as the internet exists, really. What is not evergreen content is something like an Instagram live, right? Or something where it is not searchable on a search engine. So on Google, on YouTube, on any of the search engines that have something that you can type in, like how to lose weight, how to lose belly fat, whatever you're trying to figure out, that is called evergreen content, because when it is searched, it is going to be findable, I guess, you know, as long as the internet exists, right? And so what you're watching right now is an example of evergreen content with YouTube, right? That is my specialty. Yes, I want to get my blog up, marissaromero.com. You can check out my website, but I'm not a blogger at the moment. I plan to incorporate that in my strategy for sure. However, my strength is teaching people how to leverage profitable evergreen content on YouTube like crazy, whether they're trying to build an audience, get leads to their email list and build up their email list, whether they're trying to make sales in their business, or just really build, grow, and scale their online business leveraging the YouTube platform. The reason why I love teaching YouTube is because if you look at all of the social media traffic sources, YouTube is by far the most powerful, because it is a search engine, and because of what you're watching right now, the connection that you and I are making right now during this video. You might like me, you might not. If you like me, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell if you haven't already. Join the family, because every single week I am making videos just like this one. And so the point is, the reason why evergreen content is so beautiful is because, one, it's yours to own, whether you have that blog or website or that YouTube channel. Obviously you don't own YouTube, but the YouTube channel is yours and that traffic is yours. And if you do it right and implement the right keyword research strategy and are consistent on both types of platforms, whether it's a blog or a channel, you are going to create a sales machine eventually with the organic traffic that you are generating from these platforms. So it's a beautiful thing once you start and get it going, because think of it this way. Your product or service is waiting to get seen by somebody on the internet, right? Why not create a piece of content around it that's teaching people how to solve a problem that you already know, right? And by taking that content and putting in your lead magnet link or your affiliate link to an affiliate product, there's so many ways to monetize evergreen content. It's insane, really it is. So think of it this way. I've created a multiple six-figure business without spending a dime on ads with my YouTube channel. That is how powerful evergreen content really is. And so I can sit here and talk about how I've made a ton of money from YouTube. I can show you my Google Analytics and the money I made last year in 2019 and the money that I've made this year in 2020 just from Google AdSense. But What good does that do if you don't know how to do it? So why don't you go ahead and download my Subscribers to Sales Blueprint up here, first link in the description, which goes over exactly how to build a profitable channel that sells. In that blueprint, I go over the 6 steps that you'll need to know when creating your YouTube channel and creating profitable evergreen content. So go ahead and check that out. All right, so the next way to create some serious passive income is with your own product creation. Now, product creation is a beautiful thing, and I think that everybody on this planet is capable of creating a product and selling their knowledge that they know how to do, packaging it up and teaching it to somebody else. I really do believe that. I think that there is a course or some type of product in everybody, right? And so that is why I can't emphasize enough that this is a passive income machine. You'll be waking up to passive income in your cup when you're drinking coffee, right? Okay, bad joke. But the point is, you create the product once. So let's say you're creating a product that has video modules, it has different, things that people can use, tools that they could have to learn what it is you're teaching, right? So you create the product one time and it becomes recurring revenue once you launch that product. So let's say you're selling it for $100, maybe you spend a month prepping that course and building it. So when you make a sale, that's $100 in your pocket and you don't have to do anything else because you're going to have a membership site that hosts your course, and when somebody buys through the checkout and sales page, that money goes straight to you and the page automates the rest. It sends the student an automatic login, like here's your name, here's your password. They get to log in and start learning the course right away upon payment, and you get to sit on your balcony and happily drink some coffee and not do anything. And so people always ask me Marissa, how exactly do I start to even think about creating a product? Well, start by just jotting down in a notebook, on a whiteboard, in Asana, whatever it is you use, an outline of how you would teach a newbie exactly what to do, from zero. They don't know anything. Okay, so you got to retract and think about how to teach it from the ground up, because that is what people are doing. They're coming into your course not knowing anything, right? So it's really important to get into the mind of your student and start there. That is exactly what you're going to do. And if you're thinking, well, I don't even know what to talk about or what to teach, well, what is it that you've overcome? What is something that you've overcome, a challenge, something in your life? For example, a good friend of mine back in the States, she had a lot of trouble having a baby. And she had to go to see a lot of fertility doctors. They had to try to have a baby so many times, and they had a couple of miscarriages, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, they were successful in having a child. They have their first child. So now she's taking all that knowledge that she learned from her fertility experience, and she has become a fertility coach. And so eventually I imagine that she'll have group coaching once she gets so many clients that she's no longer going to have time to be doing one-on-one with all of her clients. So she'll create a group coaching program, and she'll probably create a course where she teaches fertilities and all of the strategies that worked for her and her husband. So that is what I mean by overcoming something. Everybody has knowledge in their brain about some type of process, some type of skill that you can turn into a profitable product or course and create some serious passive income. I mean, there's been days where I've made well over $1,000, $2,000, and $3,000 because of the courses that I have that are bringing me passive income day by day. All right, so the next way that we are making some serious cash and passive income is with freelancing. They may be thinking, wait a minute, freelancing is active income and you have to exchange your time for money. Yes, you do at first. There's always some type of active income or active upfront effort to make passive income. Passive income doesn't just fall from the sky, right? It's not raining dollar bills all day long. Sometimes it is, but not in the beginning, that's for sure. So what you want to do is develop a skill. One great example I could think of is with video editing. I had a video editor who was really great at video editing, did all animations and effects and all these kinds of things for clients, but her job was very in demand, and so she had to raise her prices and raise her prices, but you could only like raise your prices so much and ask for so much until you can't do all the work and take on all the clients that you want to, because you're only one person, right? And so that is where outsourcing comes into play, and that is when your business becomes passive, because you now teach other editors, other coaches, other experts to do what you do, so that way you can free up more of your time and outsource the work to them. So that's how you are able to scale your freelancing business and also decrease your workload, is with outsourcing. Outsourcing is the key to everything, not only with freelancing, but just in general in your business. If you're somebody who's creating content right now to build your personal brand, if you're somebody who's doing your customer service, checking emails, doing all of these things, you'll have to outsource it. That's the only way things become passive as a freelancer, or even as a business owner, content creator, and you want to have more time yet still make money. That is the key to passive income, is hiring people to do it for you, because you're only one person. Everyone only has 24 hours during the day. Yep, 24 hours, that's it. The next way to create some serious passive income is to create an app, something that I would love to do one day, but I still just have not been able to do it. And one great example I could think of is my new friend here in Medellin, Colombia. He is Colombian. His name is Andres Luna, and he's a really cool, smart, techie guy who's been a very successful entrepreneur. He's been on Shark Tank. He's done TED Talks in Spanish, and he's cool. Like, he's really, really a cool guy. But he now has a business where he created an application for business owners, for people that have e-commerce stores and different products that they sell online. Whether they sell it online or not, he created an app. I think it's called 10x or Get 10x. Sorry, it'll show on the screen. But this app is really cool, because you're able to now connect this app to your WhatsApp and sell your products through WhatsApp. How cool is that? He saw a demand in the market that needed to be fulfilled, because everywhere besides the United States, in the whole world, especially South America, WhatsApp is everything. Everyone uses WhatsApp to communicate. You can WhatsApp a restaurant, you can WhatsApp any business. It's really cool. So when Andres saw this demand, he was like, hey, like, I'm a techie guy. Even if you're not a techie guy or girl, you can still work with somebody who is. There's a bunch of app creators out there. So he came up with this application on Get 10x, and now he's able to offer monthly plans to different businesses. So they have like the basic plan, the middle, and the premium plan for businesses. So that's 3 different revenue income streams that a customer can choose from. And so that's recurring income for the business. And an application is a very, very scalable way to make passive income, because obviously, just like a product creation, like a digital course, an app, you create it once and there's no fixed cost associated with it. Like there's no, physical product, like there's no t-shirt or shoe that you have to buy. There's no cost of good. It's just the application that everybody gets access to. Once they buy, they get a login and all of that. So the fixed costs of an app are extremely, extremely low. So if you've ever thought about creating an application, hey, this video today while you're watching just might be your sign to start. Okay, so with this next strategy, let's start it off with a question. Would you rather me give you $100,000 in cash, or would you rather have a penny doubled every single day for the next 31 days? At first you're like, well, I don't know. What is the penny doubled every day equal? I know it equals millions of dollars. Just Google it. I don't exactly know how the exact amount, but just Google it. And the reason why is because of this right here, which is our next topic, and that is compound interest. So compound interest is a very powerful tool to create wealth, not just passive income that you're going to be needing every single month to survive and pay your bills and all that, but real wealth, okay? And so when we think about interest rates and what the banks do to get rich, because at the end of the day, the banks are a business. And how do they get rich? Well, hate to break it to you, but you don't actually have money in your bank account right now. It might say that you have $5,000 in your savings account. Go to the bank. They do not have that money sitting in your little cubicle that has your name on it. No, what that bank is doing is they are playing and having fun with your cash. They are using that to loan out to other people, because when they loan out loans to people who need the loan money, they are stacking interest rates. That's how they make bank. The banks is with interest rates, right? So one way that I have figured out to create passive income and wealth in the future, so that I in the future have money built up over time, is by utilizing a whole life insurance policy and utilizing infinite banking. Most of you may not have been familiar with the term infinite banking. It's something that I'm not an expert at. I do have some friends that are absolute experts with infinite banking. You can check out their channel if you're more interested. But I do have a whole life insurance policy that I leverage. Instead of having a savings account, I put my money in this policy. Why? Because it stacks up compound interest over time, and you get to basically take the loan from yourself, your policy, and you pay yourself back the principal amount and the interest to yourself instead of paying it to a bank. So the money stays with you and it doesn't go to the bank. It doesn't touch the bank. We don't want to have the banks involved. We want to become our own bank, right? So the goal is to turn, a $2,000 policy that you create into $1 million in the next 6 to 7 years because of the compound interest. Infinite banking is a strategy of the wealth. I mean, Disney utilized and leveraged infinite banking when they first got started, and look at the empire that Disney has built. So the point is, I guess, to really figure out how you can leverage compound interest, in your life. And with this strategy, you can really do it and leverage compound interest, at the tips of your fingers or your fingertips. Whatever you want to say, whichever you prefer. Okay, so for this next strategy, this is something that I am for sure interested in leveraging the next year in my business, and that is creating recurring revenue and passive income with a membership site. So if you look at some very, very wealthy people, Brandon Bouchard, and if you look at Logan Paul, for example, these two guys, one is an online business coach and the other is everyone knows Logan Paul. But the point is, one thing they have in common is that they have memberships. Okay, so Logan Paul has Maverick Club, which yields him millions and millions of dollars per month, right? He's got a social media reach of 66 million people, and he charges $20 to be in his Maverick Club, where you enter in for giveaways and all kinds of stuff, exclusive behind the scenes content, vlogs never seen on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. And the same thing with Brandon Bouchard. It's more based for business owners and things that you can learn from him. But the point is, it's very lucrative once you set it up, because you can have different types of memberships. You can have a membership that you teach every month, where you, the coach or the expert, are getting in front of an audience and you're going live and you're teaching different things. You can have a membership where you send stuff, like it's, you ship stuff to people, like you have a gift box. And maybe every single month they get cool things, cool notepads, cool books, t-shirts, merch, whatever, dry foods, if maybe you're like in the restaurant or cooking business. So I guess the key thing with memberships, it's kind of like creating a digital product, but it's more so figuring out like what ongoing problem can you help people solve month to month, because that is how you're going to, be able to offer a membership for like a year or longer for life. And so that is the cool thing to figure out, is like what on a monthly ongoing basis can I help people solve their problems and stuff like that. And the other thing too, for most people that are doing some type of like coaching or educational membership, you're gonna need to think about the content that you can produce month by month, because some content is going to be kind of packed away in a membership where everyone goes through that content because they have to figure out the basis of how to learn what it is you're teaching. However, there's going to be new content on top of that you're giving out month by month, because that is what's going to entice people to stay in your membership. And so as far as pricing, it really just depends on the budget you have. Maybe in the beginning it's a cheap membership, $10 to $20 a month. The goal really is to get a lot of people in your membership. It's like the Netflix model. That's why Netflix has been filthy rich, because it's like they have a membership that's so cheap that people have like an ongoing need for month by month. No one's gonna trip about $7 to $9 to $10 a month because it's an expense that's kind of negligible. So that's the idea with getting started with your membership. You know, start small, charge something between $10 to $30 a month. That's affordable for people. And then after that, you can move into other types of membership models that maybe you charge $200 a month and beyond, or maybe you charge $500 a year. There's really all kinds of ways to do it. And so as I learn more about it, I'll be sure to share more with you guys on this channel. All right, so if you're loving this video, why don't we continue the fun? Let's continue to grow and learn together. Why don't you go ahead and join my masterclass that's coming up after this video? All you gotta do to sign up and grab your spot is to click the button below, sign up. I will see you on the masterclass, which is about my 4-step framework to building a profitable YouTube channel, a YouTube channel that sells, and creating passive income for your business. And that masterclass starts right here. Just click the link below. We'll see you on the class.